morning. Welcome to another Friday reading vlog with me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. How are you all? Looking forward to a good old-fashioned Friday reading vlog today. Very much looking forward to it. In fact, I think I might extend this one into Saturday because David's out tomorrow, leaving me, not leaving me, but that means I'll be at a bit of a loose end, so I might have tomorrow as a reading day, and I've got some reading stuff I want to get done, which I'll talk about when we go and pick that, but yeah. I've also got my Stitch Fix arriving. I thought it was going to come today, but I've had an email saying your Stitch Fix is on its way, and then it says track your parcel, and Royal Mail is saying they haven't even got it yet. So there's a chance that the Stitch Fix will be arriving tomorrow, and I know you guys have enjoyed me trying on those clothes before, so I'm hoping to do that. I also am going to do a steps video this morning, do a bit of stepping, because as you'll know, I'm trying to get my steps. I'm trying to do 1 million steps in 100 days. And we're over halfway through that challenge now, and I'm about 64,000 behind. I actually need to work out the specific amount that I am behind. So I'm going to start today by doing a steps video. I might pop round to my mum and dad's and see my niece. I haven't seen her for a while. I saw her briefly last Friday, but I haven't seen her for a while. And I was with my parents for a while either, so that'd be nice. David and I are going to the cinema tonight to watch Are You There, God It's Me, Margaret. And tomorrow I think I'm going to do some chores. And like I said, I've got quite a lot of reading stuff I'd like to get done or wrapped up today and tomorrow, maybe into Sunday. But yeah, so a Friday reading vlog, but probably a weekend reading vlog, if I'm being honest. And it starts here with me in bed. But I think really I'm going to go out, pick the books. What's that on my sheet? Something to do with my cat, I imagine. Go out there, pick the books, talk you through the reading plans, and then I'm going to get changed and do a steps workout. Whenever I say steps workout, I always think I'm meaning like, oh my God, David, a steps song. Yeah, I'm the deepest shade of blue. That's not a very well-known steps song, is it? But you get my drift. But it's not that. It's a steps workout on the telly. I'll go and pick my books now. I've actually remembered not to sit down first and just go for the books. Hurrah, right, okay, so like I said, lots of reading things to do this weekend. We're taking over The Memory of Animals by Claire Fuller. We're taking over Home Fires at Ambridge by Catherine Miller. This front cover, lol. We're taking over, obviously, A Poem for Every Spring Day by Ali Aziri. We're taking over Send Nudes by Saba Sams. We're taking over Lit Chat Conversation Starters. We're taking over The Ultimate Reading Challenge. We're also going to I want to read a graphic novel. I think I want to read this one, Alison by Lizzie Stewart. Taking that. And then I'll bring this for the purposes of, this is what I'm listening to on audiobook. So quite a lot planned. Look how much room. Do you know what? The Orpington Angels, we're going to put that back on the shelves because she's not reading it anymore. That can go. Poetry Unbound can stay there because I'm going to dip in and out of that. But it's time this went back to the place because David and I aren't reading it anymore. It still shocketh me how we didn't get on with this at all. We started filming a reading vlog where we were reading it together, and I was enjoying the actual process of reading a book at the same time as somebody else that I love and live with. But yeah, we just didn't get on with it, so over and out. Right, so as you can see, I've got quite the reading plans for the weekend. So there's quite a few books I'd like to finish this weekend. We'll start with those. So, David's dad and I are currently buddy reading The Archer's Home Fire at Ambridge. We've been reading a chapter a day. Each chapter is set out into a month. Today I'm reading May. Exactly. Tomorrow I'll be reading June. And then that's the end. So I should get this finished today. Are you going to help me? What does it say? Can you not? She can't read. I just remembered she can't read. Okay, so I'm going to... What are you looking at? What are you looking at? So yeah, so that'll be finished this weekend. I'd also like to finish Send Nudes by Saba Sams. This is a short story collection. I made a video about this earlier. This week, I think it went out. Whereby I took your tips on short stories, on reading short stories, and employed them, and it really helped me enjoy the collection. But I've got 3 more stories to listen to read or listen to, and I'm going to do that today. So the first one is Blue Forever. So I'm going to finish that today or tomorrow as well, either listening or reading. I'm also reading The Memory of Animals by Claire Fuller. Absolutely loving this. This is very, very good. I am 202 pages through a 304 page book, so that's only 100 pages left, so I will finish that as well. Very much enjoying this. It's so good. More on that later. And then I'm listening to The Favour by Nikki French. So I got this out from the library on a 2-week back loan, which is the same as The Memory of Animals. They're both due back on the 23rd. But I'm actually been listening to it on Libby. And I'm just going to tell you how far through I am on Libby with it. I'm 45% through on Libby. Now, I wonder if this one I will get finished this weekend. Because I also want to listen to the audiobook of a few of the short stories. But yeah, I imagine I'll get over halfway through this. Well, yeah, of course I will. I'm on 45%. So that's that. So that's 4 books. Then also, I'd quite like to read a graphic novel. When I set out reading at the beginning of this month, I said to myself, oh, I'm going to read loads of graphic novels. I've read one, which is great. I've got another one, which is my Patreon book club book this month. That's Fun Home. But I'd really like to read another one, and I think I'm going to pick up this, which is it's Alison by Lizzie Stewart, the other way round. And yeah, I would like to read this very much, so I will be reading that. So that's five potential finishers today and tomorrow. Then we'll do, and then obviously there'll be a poem at the end of either today or tomorrow or Sunday, whenever I finish this vlog. The lit chat question. I've lost last week's lit chat question. So you know the question I answered with Laura, where we talked about what your bookshelves look like. I've lost that question. It was inside that book. I think these are the ones I've already answered. Breakfast at Tiffany's, that's one. Yeah, right, those are the ones I've already answered, so that's fine. Yeah, I've lost that question. I don't know what I've done with it. I can't find it anywhere. We are getting through these, you know. We'll have a little shuffle up. Let's pick this one. The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, a book I've read. One morning, you open your closet, wardrobe, to discover that it is actually a portal into the world of one of your favourite books. Which literary world is it? One morning, you open your wardrobe to discover that it is actually a portal into the world of one of your favourite books. Which literary world is it? Great question. We'll answer that a bit later on. Have a little think about it. If you're new around here, we ask one of those questions at the beginning of a reading vlog, and then I answer it at the end, and you guys can answer in the comments, and it's joyful. I love to do it. And then the last thing is what of my ultimate reading challenges I'm going to get a little prize of. Now, if I remember rightly, yeah, there is. So there's one that's read a graphic novel. So, I mean, I'm reading a graphic novel, so hopefully I will be able, should I pick that up, I will be able to open this. We're really getting through these. We're really getting through these. Cool. Okay, well, I think that's it. I'm going to go and now get myself ready for Miss Steps video. I'll show you a little bit of that. And then I'll get ready, we'll have some breakfast, and we'll do a bit of reading. I think in order to get my pages done, we're probably going to start with the Archer's book. This I have enjoyed. I don't know if you know, but I buddy read another one of these books with David's dad last month. David's dad was very poorly at the beginning of March, and while he was in hospital, we're both very into the Archers. I was reading out aloud to him the Archer's book, the first one, and then when he recovered, he said, oh, actually, I'd quite like to just read that myself. So we read it and then discussed it, and we've done the same with this one this month. This one I haven't enjoyed as much. I feel like the premise of the first one was much better. The premise of this one, so that these are prequels to the series of The Archers, which is a radio soap that has been going for like almost 80 years, I think. Yeah, it would have been, because this is set before. And there's some sort of familiar characters, but the characters in here who are like teenagers or young people are now older. Or in there, over 100. No, I don't think she is over 100, Peggy. And the premise of this one is that somebody has died, and they're reading out her will over a few months, and each part of the will has like a letter attributed to it, and that is going to spell who is, I don't know how legally binding this would be, who is going to inherit her cottage, Woodbine Cottage. And I'm less interested in that storyline than I am with the actual comings and goings in the village. Oh, David's just walking around there with his bum out. So yeah, enjoying this less than the first one, but still it's fine, I would say. But anyway, let's go and get myself into my workout gear and let's get moving. Don't stop moving, baby, all you do is drive me crazy. Yeah, yeah. I've done this steps video once before. I very much enjoyed it. It's 1600 steps in 14 minutes. My rhythm is terrible, but I think I've really got it. And yeah, I'm just going to enjoy doing this now. So, see you during, see you after. No way.
Guy or three, just to make him jelly. You bring the concepts, he brings his inches. No one wants a face over
9 inches.
So bad and we lay down an apple. Now I don't need your love. All I need is you. We're one of a kind, no category.
Well, that was very fun. I've got a bit of a twingy knee, but I think it'll be all right. Yeah, very fun. And I was going to have scrambled egg on toast and a cup of tea, but I think I'm going to have toast with Marmite on one slice and peanut butter on another. And then I've lost my card. And then read me Archer's pages, which I think is quite a lot today. So I need to crack on with these before I get ready. Yeah, it's 35 pages, so I do need to crack on with those. I'd like them done by the time David gets back from his fresh haircut. Right, let's go and make toast and a cup of tea and then do some reading. I've got a bit of a sweaty wrist, wear my sweaty wristwatch. Lovely, lovely. I'm just listening to Stacked, a bookish podcast that it's just gone into its second series. I hadn't heard any of the first series. I think it got recommended to me because I listen to a lot of bookish podcasts. I'm very much enjoying it, very much enjoying it. They're talking about literary magazines this episode. So yeah, anyway, on to this. And this. I finished my pages for the day. This is sort of, it's wrapping it up quite nicely. I've just finished the penultimate chapter and messaged David's dad about it. He's very much enjoyed the whole experience. And I mean, who can blame him? Buddy reading the book with me? Yes, please. So that can go there until tomorrow. I've just put the washing on spin and then I'm going to put it out. This is the plan for the foreseeable. Washing's on spin, going to put it out. Then I'm going to have a daytime bath, which is something that I love to do, but I don't often get to do. And in that daytime bath, I'm going to read the next story in Send Nudes, which is called Blue Forever. Yeah, I was just checking. I haven't listened to the audiobook of it. It's quite a long one. It's over 30 pages. But yeah, I'm going to read that in the bath. Then I'll get up, get dressed. Then I don't think the Stitch Fix is going to arrive today. I've had a little look on the tracker and it isn't even with the Royal Mail yet. So I don't think it's going to be here. So it might be that I try on those clothes tomorrow. But I wanted to be like fresh and washed for when I tried those on. But I don't think it's going to happen today. It might be tomorrow, which is a shame because I was really hoping it would be today. Yeah, and then as I said, I'm going to go around and see my mum and niece at some point today. David and I are going to the cinema. The film's at 5:50. So what I might do is walk to my mum's, spend a bit of time there with my mum and niece, and then get David to pick me up on the way through to the cinema. And then it's quite an early one, and because I don't think it's that long, the film, either. So, and then we'll get some dinner on the way home, but I don't know what. Maybe just like pasta pesto or something a bit quicker. So yeah, that's the plan. So whilst I'm sitting here waiting for the washing to finish spinning, because it's got 13 minutes, I'm going to continue with The Memory of Animals by Claire Fuller. Like I said, I've been really, really enjoying this. I really loved Claire's book from a few years ago, Unsettled Ground. But this is following Neffy. It's set during a pandemic, and Neffy has volunteered for a vaccine trial. And when she comes round after being given the vaccine and then the virus, all sort of hell has broken loose outside, and the virus has taken over, and her and 4 others are sort of keeping themselves quarantined in this little safe space they've got in a clinic in London, in central London. But they're running out of food. She's had the vaccine. She's the only one that's had the vaccine. So she's thinking she's, and she's come out the other side of it. So she thinks she's immune, but she doesn't know. So all of that sort of like action-packed stuff is happening, which is amazing. But we're also hearing, there's also somebody in the unit who can send her back into her memories. So we're also living her life and hearing about her memories of her and her father and her mother and childhood memories and more sort of like young adult and more recent memories. And then so we've got like 3 perspectives, and then the third perspective is her writing letters to an octopus that she worked with when she was an aquarist. I don't know the job title, but yeah. So all of the three sort of like narratives are so amazingly written, and they're all about this one person but with different aspects, and I've just found the whole thing completely great. So yeah, I would like to get this done today or tomorrow. But I'm also like, although I found it completely great, I've really spent some time with it. I think it's because I was busy last weekend and stuff like that, but it's been a real treat to sort of spend some time and then put it down and think about it afterwards. So yeah, I'll be sad when it's over. I'll miss Neffy very much. But yeah, let's carry on. That's the spin on the wash, but I'll carry on, and then I'm going to take the washing outside to put it out. It's not as bright today as it was yesterday, but hey, I'm sure it's still dry. Washing out. Untold scenes. David even helped me put the washing out. Which is not normally your style, is it, David?
Pardon?
You helped me put the washing out, which isn't normally your style.
Oh, I hate doing it.
He hates doing the washing. Right, cool. So he's going to make me a cup of tea. I'm going to get in the bath and read a short story. A long short story. And then get out and get ready for the day. I don't think the Stitch Fix is coming back. I won't mention it again unless it arrives. But let's go and get in the bath. Oh, I don't know if I've got any bubble bath. I might not be having a bath. Oh. Update. Stitch Fix not coming today, coming tomorrow. So I'll do the big fashion show then. David's about to go out and get a few bits from the shop so we can have a bigger lunch than we might normally have in order to accommodate for the fact that we're going to the cinema tonight and it will be a bit awkward. In exchange for him going to the shop, I'm putting the washing out. Because putting the washing out... Would you say it's your least favourite job, David?
That and changing bed.
That and... What's the... If you had to do one, what would you do? Come on.
Probably put the washing out indoors.
Put the washing out.
Outdoors, and I'll change the bed.
Do you really hate putting the washing out outdoors?
I'm just lazy.
He's a lazy boy.
If we could have our line up constantly, then maybe less.
Oh, get a grip, Bert. So yeah, so I'm putting that out. He did say he was going to the shop about 5 minutes ago, but he still hasn't left yet.
I'm doing a bit of work.
He's doing a bit of work and then he's going to go. Yeah, so then I'm going to read, and I'm just listening to The Favour by Nikki French while I'm putting the washing out. And I'm going to... I might start a puzzle. So I'm going to go to my mum's for about 3:30. I'm going to leave here about 3:30 and walk round. Then David's going to get me on the way to the cinema. So yeah, shall I start a puzzle? The thing about starting a puzzle is that we have to do the puzzle on the table. But I don't think we're going to need the table at least until next Thursday when I work from home. But I can always sort of like shift it along a bit. So yeah, maybe I will start a puzzle, because I've got some lots of lovely audio stuff to be listening to. So yeah, I'll put all of this out, listen to a bit more, and then decide what I'm going to do. The lunch only takes 10 minutes, so that'll be fine. But we haven't got anything to watch with lunch. Oh, we could watch a Bad Sisters, I suppose. Yeah, that's how it's going. We're enjoying Bad Sisters, by the way. Many people said, oh, you'll love it, you'll love it. Well, turns out they were right, I do love it. Yeah, very good. I've decided against the jigsaw because I've had this meaning to finish it for so long, and if I'm quite happy to sit and do some, everything's just covered in mini hair, to do some an activity whilst that's not going to stay tight though, an activity while I'm just listening, I may as well do this, because I got this, oh, where's the needle? I got this for Christmas, not last year, the year before, from my sister. And I started it in the March of that year, got sort of like one leaf down, and now I've continued it earlier on this year. And I may as well just carry on with it because I quite enjoy doing it. So it's an embroidery. So the kit involves you having this t-shirt with this print on it, and then you embroider that bit, and then you can wear it forever. And I'd like to get quite good at embroidery. This is what it will look like in the end. And like I say, I got it for Christmas, not last year, the year before, from my sister, and I still haven't done it. And this sort of screams summery t-shirt, doesn't it? So yeah, so I think I'm going to do that whilst listening to more of the Favour, and then maybe even, do you know what, I'm going to listen to one of the short stories. Now, I don't think it's even a very long one.
Stella's lying on a sun lounger, and then
Oh no, it's not that one. I've already listened to that one. Oh, it's a very short one. It's 15 minutes 50.
the bread.
It's called The Bread. Cool. Okay, well, I'm going to listen to that and do a bit more embroidery. Let's go. I finished the story. My chain stitch hasn't been quite the success I hoped it was, so I've gone back to doing a satin stitch, but I've just done it sort of my own way, really. And hey, it looks fine, so that's good. So I'm almost done with all the dark green, which is very impressive of me. Yeah, look. Can you see it? I'm pleased with it. So I'm going to go back to Nikki French now because David's not back yet. My niece has got a sausage, mash and peas, which is what she wanted for lunch. My mum said, oh, I'll do you chicken and pasta. And she said, no, I don't want that. So she's got sausage, mash and peas. And in the photo, she doesn't look all that pleased with it. So, right, okay, back to Nikki French. Back to this.
Yes.
It's only a little
pile
one.
of papers was full of reminders.
David's back. I am so tired. I think I'm still catching up on last week's weekend away. And then the fact that David's been away, and I don't particularly sleep very well when David's working away. I'm really tired. It might be an early night tonight. And also I think I've been staying up late doing these bloody walking steps. How am I getting on with my steps now? 3,973. Anyway, for lunch we're having golden halloumi with tzatziki and fruity couscous. Except the fruity couscous is a little bit less fruity because David couldn't get apricots. But yeah, it takes 10 minutes. And then we're going to either watch an episode of Bad Sisters, or I think Selling Sunset is back on Netflix today. What? Well, I was just about to say, do you want to watch an episode of Selling Sunset, or do you want to watch an episode of
Sunset?
There we go. And then that's decided then, isn't it? Oh, well, I'm going to make this and listen to a bit more of my audiobook. Here we go. Here we go. She's got her sunglasses on indoors, guys. Oh, I need my water bottle. So I'm going to my mum and dad's now to see my niece. And David's going to meet me there a bit later on. But I need my water bottle because I need to take that to the cinema tonight. And I've also got this, you might have seen me, I wore this to when David and I went to watch Sam Ryder. It's a jumpsuit, it's made of velvet, it's gorgeous, but I don't bloody hand wash anything, but luckily my mother does. So I'm taking that to her to get her to hopefully do that. I need my headphones as well. And I think I'll take my little walk round there. And what time are you going to get there, David?
Probably about 4:30ish.
Oh, not that long. So I'm going to fill my water bottle up now.
So I won't be far behind you, to be honest.
I'm going to go and fill my water bottle up now, and then I'll see you at my mum and dad's. Good morning. It's now Saturday morning. David, how many episodes of Selling Sunset did we watch last night?
I mean...
11.
11.
So we had a lovely time with Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret. We went to the cinema and watched that. I had a lovely time at my mum's with my niece, and she was being very cute. She was saying to me, Lauren, I've got something so special to show you. You will never have seen this before. And then I heard her going in, and my dad said, what are you looking for? She's like, I don't know. Just trying to... Anyway, she found a blue little toy car, and she was like...
Oh,
yeah,
she...
Great. But yeah, had a lovely time. And then went to the cinema. That was really good. The film was lovely. It was really nice to see like a lot of like families in there with like young girls.
Yeah.
Or young girls with like their dad, which was really, really sweet. Loads in there about period. Wish I sort of had that film when I was younger. I remember reading Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret. But I also remember that her talking about period belts. So I think sanitary towels maybe weren't invented in the 70s, or I don't really know the history of period products. But it used to be that you'd wear like an elasticated belt, and then it would have a hook at the front and a hook at the back, and you'd hook that sanitary towel on. And I remember my mind being absolutely blown
bloody
by
medieval.
that. Yeah, I know. Also, what was funny, on the way home, I was talking to David about when I first started my period, and I was at Disney on Ice. I was at Disney on Ice with my mum and then a girl in my year at school and her mum. And my mum said, oh, have you got a sanitary towel for Lauren? She's just started her period, etc, etc. And I was trying to explain to David how I knew, like, when you start your period, it was just like a little bit of blood in my knickers. And I was like, oh, that must be my period. And then I was trying to explain to David, like, what the blood's like. And I was trying to explain sort of like the viscosity of it and stuff like that. And David was like, what's it like? Just like, weeing out blood then?
No, because you know.
Red wee.
No, because you said, and I quote-ish, is that you said when you first get your period, the blood's not like blood.
Yeah.
And what I thought you meant is that, oh, there's blood, like it's like blood in your wee, so it's quite like, yeah, I didn't mean.
Well, it sounded like you were asking me if I was weeing out blood.
Yeah, no, what I meant is that like your wee was like looked like it had blood in it.
Right,
that's what I kind of meant.
But anyway, we got to the bottom of that. I explained that to him. But David, it does absolutely blow my mind that like men and young lads will never really understand.
I don't know if it's different now.
I don't know if it's different now, because I noticed that because for a long time it was just like, I don't know if you ever remember seeing adverts about period products and sanitary towels on the telly. They'd use like blue water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You'd be like, well, that's not.
They can't use red because it'll make boys feel sick.
Yeah, exactly. So there. Yeah. Then we came home. We had a sandwich for dinner, which was lovely because we had quite a big lunch, and then the sandwich for dinner. I had mozzarella, tomato, and basil, if you're wondering. That was really nice. I enjoyed having a sandwich for lunch, and then we watched 11 episodes of.
Well, we watched one before.
We watched one during the day, yeah,
and then just the 10.
So we watched 10. So we didn't get to bed till 2 o'clock this morning, and then I had a little lay-in because I think I needed it. Anyway, David's off out today. He's going to see Hot 8 Brass Band at Camden Roundhouse. That was my old stomping ground when I was a youngster, you know. Well,
was it?
Stomping ground. Yeah, I used to go and see quite a lot of people up at the old Roundhouse, and we used to go to Camden Crawl every year. Yeah, it's much more gentrified than it used to be, though. It used to be like market stalls and stuff, and there's like a H&M and all that sort of gear carrying on there now. But David's gonna have a lovely time. He's going shortly.
I'm very excited.
So I've now reassessed my day, and I really think there's every chance I could finish 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I could finish 5 books today.
Whoa.
So I'm talking about the books that same books as yesterday, but I've had a little rethink. So I'm definitely going to be finishing this today because I need to tell David's dad my final thoughts. He has already finished it, so I've got just under 30 pages of The Archers to read. Then this I could also finish because I've got less than 100 pages, and I want to get it finished because I'm really enjoying it. Then I've got one, I finished that one, I've read The Bread. So I've got one short story left in Send Nudes by Saba Sams. I might listen to that when I'm doing a few little chores. I'm also listening to the audiobook of this. I think I've got about 6 hours of this left, but I am listening to it on 1.25. This is the one I'm thinking maybe I won't finish today, but there's every chance I could do if I've got jobs and stuff to do. And then I've got Alison by Lizzie Stewart, which is a graphic novel. But it also, it looks like this in some places, but then it also looks quite wordy in others. So for example here, actual font, and there. But I do still think there is every chance I could get that done today. So yeah, is this going to be my 5-book Saturday? Oh, wouldn't it be helpful if it was called 5-book Friday? 5-book Saturday. I reckon I could do it. So yeah, and my Stitch Fix is arriving today, so I will try it on those clothes for yous. And yeah, a few little jobs to do. Gonna do some washing, gonna change the bed sheets. Yeah, there's every chance I could do those 5 books. So I'm gonna sit here now and do my Archer's pages and then message David's dad. And then I'll probably have a little shower. Anyway, I'll keep you abreast of the situation, but hopefully when you next see me, I've finished this book. Oh my God, I'll feel amazing if I finish 5 books today. I will feel very good. You doing your Stitch Fix, Minnie? Cute. Look at you, you're so beautiful. Isn't she? Singing!
Eurovision was last week.
You're so pretty. You're a pretty girl.
What's in your Stitch Fix then, Minnie?
Oh, look at her. It's like she's doing oh, bye. First book of the day, finished. And I'm in my bra because I'm about to get changed. And I've got my Stitch Fix here, so that's why I'm not getting properly dressed. Enjoyed this, didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first one, I think. The sort of like thread that runs through this wasn't as engaging, I think, as the first book. So in the first book, we're reading about letters, anonymous letters that are being left around the village about bits of gossip about people in the village. And this is the sort of similar thread that runs through this, is that somebody has died and they've left their house to somebody in the village, and they're leaving a little bit of their will every sort of few months. And I just didn't feel like that matched up to the first bit, but I still really enjoyed the sort of like intricacies and the bits like hearing about people's lives and stuff like that. Very much enjoyed that. But yeah, it got me sort of thinking, because The Archers is something that I'm a fan of sort of outside of reading. It made me think, I'm a really big fan of Call the Midwife, you all know. Maybe it's time to read the Call the Midwife books, and maybe it's time to do a reading vlog on the Call the Midwife books. Let me know if that's something you might be interested in. But yeah, enjoyed, not my fave, but yeah, and enjoyed buddy reading it with my father-in-law. He's picking the next book that we're going to buddy read as well, so that will be interesting. Right, as I said, Stitch Fix has arrived. I'm very excited to try these on. So Stitch Fix is something, I think I filmed these, but both, yeah, I have. I filmed both of my Stitch Fixes in the past. So Stitch Fix is a company whereby you have a little app, and you pick clothes that you like from the app every single day. There's like a sort of like swipe left, swipe right situation. And they send you 5 items however often you want. And I've had them sort of like, I think I've got 1 in January, 1 in March, and then this one here, and you get to select them for like, so you get to write in the notes and say, oh, like, I've got my honeymoon coming up, which is what I've done here, and I'd like some dresses maybe to wear of an evening, and some clothes that I can wear during the day, and you get to sort of like specify what you might want. It's very fun, and I've had a really, really fun time doing it. And because I don't often buy new clothes, and also I don't particularly enjoy going out shopping, and I will say I really don't enjoy shopping for summer clothes, because I never feel like summer clothes look particularly nice on my body. I'm a very body confident young lass, but yeah, summer clothes I really struggle to enjoy wearing, which is why I always do outfits October in October when it's a bit cooler. But yeah, so this has been a real sort of like lifesaver, I hope. In that it's got me some clothes that I can wear on my honeymoon that I probably wouldn't have picked out in the shops, and they come direct to my door, and I can try them on in the comfort of my own house. In the comfort of my own house, on camera to you guys. So yeah, 5 items we've got in here. I'm very excited. 4 of them I've picked because they send you a preview of what they're planning on sending you, and one that I haven't picked. So you get these little bits here, which is all about the prices and stuff like that. Cool. Also, if you keep all items, it gives you 20% off. And then here is what they've, how they're going to style the items. So I'll read the little note out. Every time you get to pick whether or not you want to stick with the same stylist, and every time I've stuck with the same stylist because she's always done such an amazing job. Well, I say she, could be they. Teo is the name. Happy Fix Day, Lauren. It's good to have you back. How have you been lately? I'm really happy to hear you're going on your honeymoon. I heard Norway is gorgeous during the summer months, so I'm excited to hear all about it. I think the pieces you picked are super trendy and will come in handy during your trip. Pair the Levi's top, with some relaxed trousers. I'm thinking cotton or linen, and then complete your look with the MIA sandals. I've got some sandals in here as well. The editor's cut play suit was also worked great with the sandals, and all you need is to add a bright lip to add some colour to your look. How do you feel about the only dress I added in for you? Oh, this is the dress that I haven't picked. Oh, we'll have a look. It looks quite 90s. I think it has Honeymoon written all over it. Please be sure to leave me a note and let me know what you think of this fix. Enjoy trying everything on, and I hope you find some pieces you love today. Teo. Lovely. Okay, cool. Well then, so these are the bits. They all come so beautifully wrapped as well. So there's a play suit in there. This is a dress that I picked. This is a top that I picked, and this is a dress that they picked out for me. And then also they picked these shoes, which I love, but I'm nervous about them being a bit high. Oh no, I don't think they are going to be too. Oh my god, they are so fun. These are actually perfect for the honeymoon. Let's get those on straight away. Oh my god, I'm elated with these. So these are from MIA. A lot of these brands are sort of like higher end brands, and like I say, because I don't really buy new clothes, in fact this year this is probably the only way I've got new clothes, so I'm quite happy to spend a little bit more on a brand that I haven't tried before, or a brand that's a little bit more high end, in order for them to last forever. If these are comfy, these are going to be a literal lifesaver, because these can be dressed up or dressed down. Look how fun they are. You'll probably hear me say throughout this, oh, that's so 90s, 90s, but I'm really having a sort of 90s moment with my fashion at the moment. These would be perfect for during the day, and also I feel like they can be quite dressed up as at night. Okay, so these are by MIA, and they're $54.99, which is more than I would pay for shoes normally, but I get 20% off if I order all of them. Oh my god, I love them. I absolutely love them. Right, let's have a little trot around in them, and then let's go and try some clothes on. I'm going to move the angle so that I can look in the mirror and you can see it on me. Well, here's the first item. And you know what? I bloody love it. I never ever would have picked this out. Like, as you'll know from watching me, I very rarely wear black or darker colours. But this, I think, looks so nice. It looks really expensive. It's from Editor's Cut, which is the brand that Stitch Fix make themselves. So you wouldn't get this on the high street, which is something else I really like. But it's so nice, and it goes lovely with these sandals. I'm so thrilled with it. The neckline's lovely. It fits beautifully. I'm always a bit wary about shorter stuff, because I've got bigger thighs and I always chafe. I don't really like wearing shorter stuff because I can't wear like chub rub shorts underneath it. The texture of the fabric's really nice as well. It's got these sort of like lines in it. But these shorts come down definitely long enough. I think this would be good for like evening wear or day wear, and I could wear it with trainers, or I've got these on here, and they said, and like I could dress this up with like a different colour belt. Let's have a look. What have I got? I thought I did. Oh, okay. Well, or even with a black belt, because I'm not a big fan of sash ties, but this one's fine. But it's elasticated at the back as well, which is good for me, because it means weight fluctuation is something that definitely happens with me, like when I'm on my period or my weight really fluctuates. So this looks really fun with a black belt with it. But I've also got an orange belt I could probably put with it. Yeah, look. Oh my god, I love this. I'm really, really pleased with it. It's so nice. And yeah, there's going to be no chafe in there. Oh my god, I am elated with this. It just looks so cool, doesn't it? It just looks really, really cool. Right, great. So that's the first one, delighted with it. Oh my god, you can be happier. That's £46, and I've got this in a size 16. But yeah, absolutely delighted with that. That's called the Vixen Mini Play Suit. Really, really happy with that. Really happy. That's definitely staying, along with the shoes that are definitely staying. Now, as I said, like, if you get all of it, you get 20% off, which from this whole Stitch Fix would be £42, which is basically an item. So there we go. Right, that's staying. They also give you some ideas on how to style stuff as well, and they've styled that suit either with trainers and a bag, or with like a funky cardigan and some boots. Oh, I'd never think of putting it with boots, but yeah, I could wear that in the winter as well, because I could wear it tights underneath it. Right, the next one up is a strappy sort of dress with like an interesting tie front, like a twizzly front. Now, summer dresses aren't my big thing, and I'm not particularly good at picking out summer dresses that I look good in. But we're going to have a look and see how I look in this one. And again, these shoes would be perfect to go with it if it all looks nice. Right, the bra's all wrong for it. Oh, I quite like that twist. The bra's all wrong for it because it comes up. Have I got another bra that'll actually fit with it? I do like it. I like this little twisty bit. The length's nice. It's got this slit up. I think it's because it's not very me. That's what's making me think, oh, do I like it? But it goes really well with the sandals. And I really like this twisty bit. If I come forward and show you it. I'm going to go and try another bra on with it. It's got this sort of like twisted bit here, which just adds a bit of interest. This is by &Et, Madrid sleeveless printed twist front. And this is in colour green in a 16 and it's $49.50. Right, I'm going to go and try a different bra on with it to see if that enhances how much I like it. Actually, the more I've got it on, the more I like it. I just think I don't often see the texture of this fabric as well is really nice. It just feels really nice. It's also stretchy at the back as well, which, as I said, good for fluctuating ways. Right, I'm going to try a different bra on with it and then we'll have a see. Different bra on with it, and do you know what? As I said, like the more I've got it on, the more I really, really like it. I think that elasticated panel at the back really helps sort of shape me. I'm quite straight down, but the elasticated panel's giving me a bit of a waist. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I really like this slit as well. And again, I think this is one that I could wear daytime or I could wear it for nighttime. And these shoes, it goes perfectly with them. So yeah, they've really given me two complete outfits here straight away. And like I say, this little twisty bit, I just think it's a really nice little point of interest. Right, the next one is one that I didn't ask for and they sent it to me. Oh, I mean, this is, I was going to say no, this reminds me very much of the 90s. It's also the length I like, because then I can wear chub rub shorts underneath so that I don't get a chafe. Right, let's try on the blue one. So this is also staying, so that's 3 for 3 so far. Pleased. Be pleased. And be pleased to be trying it on in front of you guys as well, because I do like doing this and talking. It's good to get my actual thoughts out about it. Oh, this is nice as well. Oh, it's got a zip. I wonder if I'll be able to get the zip done up. Right, this is by this is by Only. And Only, I've had two things from Only before. Only, I've had the skirt I got last time, which was like a micro leopard print skirt. Well, do you know what? I don't think I ever would have picked these dresses for myself, but I actually think the shape really suits me. And it does, oh, that bloody thing's getting my arm. Like I said, it's hard to get it done up, but I do think it would fit. Yeah, it will fit. Oh my God, this is literally making me feel like I'm going to a disco in the 90s. I really, really like this as well. I'm elated. So yeah, it's got this like little detail here. It's got sort of like ruffles. This little like fringing that goes all the way around. The only thing is that this is probably the lowest bra I've got and it's got bra coming out. But maybe I could get David to tighten up those, make those straps go, and then it will be a bit further up. I really, really like this as well. It's so nice. So nice. And again, goes really well with these shoes. This is the first time this has happened where they've sent me something that I'm not expecting and I've really liked it, because the first time I ended up sending two things back. The second time they sent me a shirt that I didn't like, but I ended up giving it to my cousin Laura, because if I'd have sent it back, it was easier to keep all 5 items because then I got 20% off, and I gave it to Laura. She was elated with it. Yeah, this is lovely. This is so 90s. Oh, I really like this. Yeah! Oh my God. So that's 4 for 4. I can't stop looking at myself in this. I really, really like it. I really like it. I never ever would have picked like dresses like this, strappy dresses in like a micro floral, I guess this is called. Yeah, absolutely love it. This will be perfect for on my honeymoon, won't it? Swishing around. Elated. Right, the last thing to try on is a top. It's from the brand Levi's. Oh no, is she going to be able to get herself out? There we go, she can. It's from the brand Levi's, which is something I never have owned anything for. Because a lot of these names I'm a bit familiar with, but Levi's is obviously I'm the familiar with. I'm going to put some trousers on, to go with it, and then I'll put the top on. Well, this is another case of something that I literally never would have picked myself, but I love it. So I never would have picked myself something with buttons all the way down, but I love it, and I love the shape of it. These are just a pair of Topshop jeans I bought years ago. They're literally like, I live and die in them. I remember once when I was doing Outfits October, out of the first 10 days I'd worn these 6 times. So these are my perfect jeans, and the fact that this goes so nicely with it. In fact, I'm gonna wear this today. This looks so cool. I'm really, really pleased with it. Again, I'm finding it quite 90s. These buttons down here and the scoop neck as well. But yeah, I just love it. Every single thing I've got today, I've loved. I'm so, so pleased with it. I'm so, so pleased with it. So pleased. So yeah, could I be more pleased? No, she is very pleased. So if you would like to try this out yourself, I've got an affiliate link that I can link with you down below. A few of you have used it before, which have been really helpful because it means I get some money off of my honeymoon clothes, which is lovely. And yeah, you can go down below and you get £15 off. The actual consultation itself is £10, but if you end up buying anything from your Stitch Fix, the £10 comes off. So you'll get £15 credit to spend essentially, and then I get £15 credit as well. So yeah, I'm absolutely elated with this one, as I was the last one as well, but this one feels really special. I think it's because it's for my honeymoon as well. It feels like really, really special. So yeah, and that's like, she's really effervescing, but that's like 3 outfits with my shoes ready to go. And then this top, obviously, with these jeans, ready to go. So I'm really, 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 really pleased. I'm gonna go check out now. And then I think I'll maybe have a little tidy up and listen to the last short story and send nudes. But yeah, take these tags out. She can't take her tag out. Oh my God, that's so hard. I'm gonna have to get scissors. I should anyway. She's finished book 2 of the day. I've just listened to the last short story in Send Nudes by Favour Sams. I've read and listened to this collection. Also made a video about me reading and listening to the collection. If you would like to go and check that out, I will link that down below. Employing some of the tips that you guys gave me in order to read short stories. I don't know if it was because of those tips. I imagine they definitely had something to do with it. But I really, really enjoyed the collection. Really, really enjoyed the collection. Just unpacking the Gousto. I particularly like, the audiobook was very good. It also reminded me a bit of Kate Nash, like the narrator's voice was a little bit like Kate Nash. So yeah, I had a great time with that. Just unpacking me a Gousto. I'll show you what, I'll leave that one till last because I think that's the one I'm going to have for dinner tonight. So we've got southern fried oyster mushrooms, creamy slaw, gravy and chippes. I mean, that does look really, really good. DIY margarita stuffed crust pizza with herby mayo. Also looks very good, doesn't it? Mexican style charred corn and chipotle Greek cheese salad. Also looks good. And then this is what I'm having tonight. Yasai katsu curry with pickled ginger salad. I'm having this for dinner tonight because it's got aubergine in it, and David doesn't like aubergine, and I forgot that it would have aubergine in it. So that's what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. But I'm just unpacking it now. Very much, oh, question for you. How do people store their basil? Because I bought some basil yesterday. This was beautiful and fresh. You're not supposed to put basil in the fridge, are you? But this was beautiful and fresh. And then look at the state of it today. Wilted, good for nothing but pesto. And I will make it into pesto. But how do you stop that happening to basil? Because maybe I should just put it in the fridge. Then it always goes a bit black. I don't really know what to do. Does anyone know? Anyone? Shall I test this one in the fridge? Oh, it's not even that hot in it. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to make pesto out of that at some point. Yeah, there we go. If you'd like to try out Gousto, second affiliate link of the video, guys. I've always got an affiliate link down below. At the moment, I think it gets you 20 quid off, which is very good. And I very much enjoy Gousto. It means that David and I eat a range of different things rather than just sweet and sour tofu every night, which is what, I'll tell you what, I almost forgot with creamed coconut then, that was what it is. And yeah, it's very fun. David loves cooking them, I love cooking them. It's really broken down into good steps. And yeah, so she's finished her second book of the day. I guess I'll go and finish my third. That one's going to take a little bit more work because I think there's about 85 pages. There's that one. I wonder, what do I want to do about my lunch? It's 1:30. do I want to do about my lunch? Because I'm having that for dinner tonight. I don't feel that hungry. Maybe I should just not bother. Then I don't want to get to like 4 o'clock and feel starving and then eat something and then not want to eat my dinner. Well, well, well. I've just finished in the bath The Memory of Animals by Claire Fuller. I absolutely loved it. I love the writing style. I love the way it was sort of pitched to us in three different narratives, all from the same person. I thought it was really, really special, and it sort of, the plot picked up a bit towards the end, so I loved it throughout anyway. But towards the end, as I said, this is set in a pandemic. Towards the end, the people who are in this clinical trial decide that they need to sort of get a series of events leads them to thinking that they need to leave where they are and go and get more food and see if they can find help, etc, etc. And from that moment on, I was literally like, I couldn't stop reading it. And it stopped right in the moment where it left me wanting more so much. And I think that's a real clever thing. I don't often feel this sort of thirsty for more as I have done from this, but absolutely fantastic. Really, really liked it. And if you think you can handle a pandemic novel, weirdly, Claire Fuller, I may well have mentioned this already, Claire Fuller wrote this before the pandemic, so that must have been strange doing that and then releasing this, but absolutely really, really loved it. Really felt like a special little thing. Thought it was brilliant. So yeah, 3 books she's read today. Well done me. I've still been listening to the Favour. I've actually just pitched where I am in this library book. These are both on the 2-week loan, so I'll take those back next week. I've got about 4 hours left, but I've got dinner to cut. I've just had a lovely, lovely face wash and my face feels really nice. I really had a nice sort of like flannel moment, double cleansed in the bath, and yeah, my face is feeling lovely despite this really painful spot. Anyway, so I've got about just under 4 hours left of this to listen to. But like I said, I'm listening to it on 1.25, so that probably means about 3 hours. I doubt I'll get this finished today, but I'm enjoying listening to it very much. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, maybe I have, or maybe I've just said this in passing, but it's narrated by Imogen Church, who is the narrator of Christmas Days by Jeanette Winterson, which is a book that I listen to every year on the run up to Christmas. And she's an amazing narrator, like really, really, really good at accents and really good at getting sort of like stuff across. I think, yeah, so I'm enjoying this more, I think, because of her narration. Well done, Imogen Church. And then in order to get my Ultimate Reading Challenge little prize, I've got to read some graphic novel, which I said I was going to. So I think I'm going to pick up Alison. Maybe not with dinner, but maybe after dinner. David and I have been watching Bad Sisters, which I've been really enjoying, but David seems less into it. So he said to me that I can carry on watching it without him, and he's out tonight. So I think I probably will maybe watch an episode of that with my dinner and then maybe pick this up afterwards. I just feel really relaxed. That bath was so nice, wasn't it, Minnie? You weren't in there, stop talking silly. So yeah. Do I start making dinner now? I think I might. I can hear the birds outside. I feel very, very relaxed and chilled. I think this will be a nice thing to read when relaxed and chilled. Shall I read it? My name is Alison Porter, and I began my life in 1958 in Bridport, Dorset. My parents had grown up in Dorset and their parents before them. My dad worked in the local bank and my mum did repairs and alterations for a nearby dressmaker. My brother Michael was 4 years older than me. We were almost friends growing up. Almost, but not quite. That's a good start, isn't it? And then it's got these sort of illustrations. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy that, I think. Cool, okay, so let's go make some dinner and listen to more audiobook. Oh, she's barely got out of this position all day. Look how bloody delicious my dinner looks. Hold on. Look at that. These guys, oh, these guys. I got some leftover tzatziki I made, kimchi. Doesn't it look good? I think it looks very good. And I'm 9 minutes into episode 4 of Bad Sisters. I'm going to carry on with that and eat this delicious bloody dinner. Yum.
Well, you had that, didn't you?
Quite fancy Matt.
You really got her rattled. Good looking girl.
Yeah.
Stunning eyes.
Something so sad and horrifying has just happened on Bad Sisters with a little kitten. Oh. I'm going to carry on watching Bad Sisters. There's my little kitten up there. I'm going to carry on watching Bad Sisters, so I'm going to wrap up the old reading vlog now so that I can edit the video and get this ripe and ready for you Sunday morning. Hello if you're watching this Sunday morning, but let's have a little look. So, 3 books she finished today, and I've started Alison by Lizzie Stewart, which I think is going to be lovely. And I thought maybe this was going to be sort of like quite simple, but the quote on the front says subtle and deliciously complicated, and that's Tessa Hadley. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more into it. So at the moment we're just hearing about how Alison, her family life, and how she met her husband, and them being together as a very young couple. And yeah, I think it's going to be absolutely great. Right, so let's do this then. Let's answer the old question first. The question is, one morning you open up your closet to discover wardrobe to discover that it's actually a portal into the world of one of your favourite books. Which literary world is it? And you know what? I've done a bit of a sneaky one here. So I'm going to go for the world of Tilly and the Book Wanderers, which is a middle grade book, the first in a series written by Anna James. I've read the book and listened to the audiobook. Both are lovely and magical. And it's about book wandering, and it's about finding your way into other books. And in Tilly and the Book Wanderers, the main one I remember her wandering into is Anne of Green Gables, which is a lovely world to be in, but also Tilly's grandmother goes into Pride and Prejudice. And so I feel like if I could go into a world where it was able to wander into different books, then that would be great. So I would be able to open up other worlds within that for me. So not just one world, I can go into different worlds. And within that, I probably would be interested in visiting Pride and Prejudice and Anne of Green Gables. So yeah, I've picked that. And the Nevermore series, I'd like to go into there as well. So I could go into opening a wardrobe into a world of Tilly and the Book Wanderers, and then within that can go into more books. Ha ha! I've tricked the system. So yeah, great question. Let me know your answer down below. One morning you open your wardrobe to discover that it's actually a portal into the world of one of your favourite books. Which literary world is it? Great question. Then, the ultimate reading challenge, today's little challenge, was that read a graphic novel, and I have been reading a graphic novel, so I'm going straight in. I think this is little like post-it notes. Oh, it is little post-it notes. It's little post-it notes, and on the little post-it notes it says books are, and then it's got the greater than sign, everything else, which is really, really sweet. Look, can you see? Can you see? I don't think you can. There we go. Oh, it's almost focusing. Take my word for it, it says books greater than everything else. They can be really handy. Very, very handy, very cute. Okay, and then the last thing is a poem for today, which is the 20th of May. 2 options as ever. The first one is Courage by Amelia Earhart, or The Mouse's Tale by Lewis Carroll. I think I'll go for Courage by Amelia Earhart. So Amelia Earhart, I know her as the first female to complete a transatlantic flight. She did so on the 20th of May, 1932. Departing from Harbour Grace in Newfoundland in the morning, Earhart flew for 14 hours and 56 minutes before landing just north of Derry in Northern Ireland. Famed for her daring and ambition, it is perhaps no surprise that it's this poem by Earhart takes courage as its topic. Ready, let's go. Courage is the price that life exacts for granting peace. The soul that knows it not knows... I've got to stop tripping over these early doors. Courage is the price that life exacts for granting peace. The soul that knows it not knows no release from the little things, knows not the livid loneliness of fear, nor mountain heights where bitter joy can hear the sound of wings. How life can grant us boon of living, compensate for dull grey ugliness and pregnant hate. Unless we dare, the soul's dominion, each time we make a choice we pay, with courage to behold this resistless day and count it fair. courage, all about courage. So yeah, thank you for joining me for this 2-day long Friday reading vlog, Friday and Saturday reading vlog. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you again soon for another BookTube video. Goodbye.